Good morning, students. Today we are going to see a new lesson, Innovation and Creativity Integrated Activities. In this lesson, you will learn how to do an activity innovatively and creatively by applying whatever you have learnt in your lower classes. You are going to decide and analyze all those steps in this lesson. These are the various steps which is followed to do an activity. We have to gather information, follow the process of stepwise thinking, should think logically, and we should analyze and decide, and we should know how to categorize the information. All these things we are going to learn in this lesson. So, before getting into that, suppose your science teacher is asking you to participate in a inter-school science symposium, and she is telling the main task of the symposium is to build a solar energy based prototype. Okay, any model regarding the solar energy. Okay, so she is asking to form a group of 4 students, and then she is asking you to participate in the science symposium. So at first, what you will do? You all remember we have learnt about brainstorming now. So first we have to follow that. The 4 students now each one should share his or her own ideas, and then you should follow the process of stepwise thinking to plan whatever you have to do to carry out this science project a successful one. Then you have to gather the information which you require to complete the project. Then you have to analyze it, and then you have to design the product. Okay, then you should, once the information is gathered, then you should analyze it, and then you should design the product. Once the product is ready, you can present it to in front of the students and the teacher, and then you can get the commands or any reviews from the teacher. So to do an activity, you should carry out a steps. Okay, only if you follow the step-by-step process, then your activity will always have a good output. So here we are going to learn what are the steps we need to follow to do an activity successfully. So first you have to gather information. So what are the steps involved in gathering information is, first we have to identify the goal and state it clearly, which means that you are doing the science project. No, you should identify the topic on which we are going to do. So the teacher told you should do based on solar energy. So you 4 students, you have to first discuss on what topic you are going to do. Say suppose you are going to design a fan which works with the solar energy. Okay, so that is your topic, and you have to decide that. Say for example, I told that you have to decide any topic. Okay, based on that you should identify what are the subtasks you are needed to fulfill your goal. So for a fan, you have to identify what are the subtasks. You have to know the design, how to create it, in what size. So what you have to identify what are the requirements to fulfill the design of the product. Then you have to identify from where you can get the information for the subtask. For the design of the fan, no, you have to search. Say for example, the design of the fan, you have to search where the information you needed to design a fan. So first we have to identify the goal, and then we have to decide what are the subtasks. Then we have to identify the information which are required to accomplish a subtask. Then we have to identify the resources which provides us the information. So for designing a fan, what are the things you are needed? You should need a proper height, width, something. Okay, etc. like that. So you have to decide what are the information you require to design a fan. Then you should see what are the resources. Okay, from where you can get the information. Either you can surf in the net, or then you can go to a library and ask. You can consult with your teacher. So you should identify the resources from where you can get the information to accomplish the subtask. Then you have to record all the information which you have gathered in a notebook or a paper. Once you have identified the resources and then you have gathered and you have to record it, that information, either in a notebook or a paper. Then you have to consolidate and organize the information which you have gathered, which means that you'll be gathering many information, no? So you'll be referring many books, you'll be asking to your seniors or you'll be asking your teacher, you'll be getting many information. You have to consolidate what you want, which means you have to filter the informations which you have gathered and then you have to organize it accordingly. So one by one you have to organize the information and you have to record it in a notebook or a paper. Then we are going to our next step. First we are gathering the information, then we are entering to our next step, how to think. Okay, what are the step process for stepwise thinking? So any activity, it will always have a sequence of steps. As I told you, you should follow a certain step to do an activity effectively. So first we have to list the main points of the activity. So for this science project, first we have to list the main points, which means first you have to decide the title and what you are going to do, then from where you are going to get the information, then which resources you are going to follow. So you should always list the main points. Then for each main points you have to list the sub point. Okay, what are the detailed steps which we are going to execute for the each main process, you have to list it. Always listing helps to carry out the activity easily. Once you've done these things you are going to do and next you are going to this, okay, then you can easily identify with what are the activities you are done and what you need to do, okay, in the process. So you can easily identify the in which level you are, well, with the help of the listing process. Okay. Then we are going to see how to think logically. So thinking logically is one of the main important process while carrying out any activity. Should always have a logical thinking. So which means that we have to identify the goal and understand the information. So first we saw now you are identifying the goal and you are gathering the information. Then you should have a clear understanding of the information which you have gathered. Then you have to analyze the information and various conditions in the information. With that you are going to design a model, right? So for that you have gathered the information. So you have to analyze the information and you have to work out a solution to design the project. So it should always answer the question when, what and why. So if you have answer for these three questions, okay, then you will have all the necessary information, okay, to do an activity effectively. So when you have answer for all these things, then you can do an activity effectively. So for what purpose you are going to design a fan and when you are going to complete it or when you are going to do it. So why we are choosing to design a fan which works with the solar energy. So we have to have answer for all the questions. Okay, if you are doing an activity, why you are doing it and what is the purpose you are doing this activity. Okay, you have to have answer for all these things. Okay, this is the process of thinking logically while doing an activity. Then we are going to see how we analyze and decide the task. Okay, how we are going to analyze and decide the task. We have to examine each category and its subcategories. So we have listed the main points, okay, which we are going to follow to design a product. Okay, for that we have listed the sub points also. First we have to examine the each category. What are the categories available and its subcategories clearly. What we are going to do, okay, we have to first examine that. Then we have to analyze the information which we gathered and you have to finalize the categories and the subcategories. Okay, these are the information we have gathered, and these are the categories which are available. Okay, first we can either decide to merge some categories. If they have a common relationship between them, you can merge any two categories, or you can even drop some categories. Okay, you can decide if you want to any category wants more information to be completed. Once you do all this in the process of listing, only then you can clearly analyze and decide what you want to do to accomplish a task successfully. Okay, so what we are saying, so we are going designing a fan product, right? So for that we have to decide what are the categories. Okay, we have already listed the main points and the sub points, then the information for each main point and sub point we have listed. So we have to analyze what are the information we have gathered, and then we have to decide either we can merge some categories, okay, or then we can any drop some unwanted categories, or we can decide where whether there is, if you want to include some more information. Okay, we have to decide it once the listing is done. After that we have to finally decide. Okay, finally we have to decide. We have identified the goal, we have gathered the information, and we have consolidated the information in our analyzing and deciding process, and then we have to identify the constraints. So constraints means the difficulties or the problems you are facing while we are executing the design of the product. So while you are executing the design, what are the constraints you will be facing? You should identify that before you are getting into the process. For that you have to think logically what are the choices, okay, different choices or the solutions which are available to satisfy the constraint, to satisfy the problem. We have to decide what are the choices or the solution which are available. Okay, then you have to finally decide of the process and carry out it. Okay, so and decision making is nothing but you have identified your goal, you have gathered the information, you have consolidated it, then only once everything is done, only then you can see what are the problems you are going to face. You have to think logically and have a solution for that before you are going to start your activity. Then you are going to learn the categorization. So information is grouped and categorized for easy understanding. So categorization can be done in multiple ways. So based on the common features, as I told you, based on the common features and relationship in the data, you can categorize the information into multiple ways. The choice is up to us only. So the number of categories may vary. You can also add 2 to 3 categories or 4 categories. So it's up to you only. You can label each category, and based on that you can identify the common information and can give the main point or sub point. So one category it can also be belong to the other category also. So these are the steps which was followed for the multiple ways of categorization. So in this lesson you have learned to think what are the various resources to gather the information, steps for to gather the information, and then how to think logically and how to analyze and decide, and finally decision making. Okay, what are the various, how to categorize the information. Once if you follow all these steps, then you can carry out the activity successfully. Okay children, so we have completed our lesson 5. Thank you students.